Welcome, Anthem, to another daily discussion guide. Gary and I coming to you one more time. Today, we are talking about sort of that ending night of Saul's story where he visits the witch of Endor, a medium, a necromancer. This passage talks about some really, hopefully, what are some really obviously, explicitly bad things to do as a person, definitely as a believer. They're so far across the line that it should be pretty obvious. We shouldn't have to tell you not to do these things. Things in contemporary times might be horoscopes or Ouija boards, tarot cards, seances, stuff that hopefully as a believer you should know to steer well clear of. And yet Saul, because he's stressed, he approaches the medium because he feels as if he needs some answers and he's willing to go about it in completely the wrong way. Oftentimes, we as Christians won't engage ever in the aforementioned things. And sometimes I feel like the fear of mine is, at least the weakness of believers, is we're thinking, oh, at least I'm not doing those horrible things. So the thing that I'm choosing to do in my stress probably isn't that bad. So maybe it's not bad at all. And so really, if those things are so far beyond your life experience that you can't really relate to avoiding a Ouija board, which should be obvious, how does this apply? Well, Gary, let's talk about how we do react in stress.
Absolutely. So stress is a common thing for all of us, especially in these times where our lives have radically changed, our routines have radically changed, and we look to stress. And I know personally, when I'm stressed out, which I've been stressed out a lot lately, be honest about that. And it's hard to, your first reaction as a human is not to lean into God in those times of stress. And you look to lean into other things and try to take things into your own control, which is a recipe for disaster most of the time because we can't handle a lot of that, over muscle through things on our own. And I know some of my worst characteristics come out when I'm stressed.
Yeah, me too.
There's just times where Ashley and I shared a couple weeks ago that we're working on home projects right now and working on projects. It's like, all right, we need to stop when we're not agreeing, stressed out. I put the baseboards on upside down the other day.
Oh, all right.
So that was fun. I was stressed and wasn't acting my best self. It's one of those things when you're prone to say one thing, you're like, I'm going to act in this situation. But when you're stressed, you tend to lean into others. I think a lot about parenting in those situations too.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with your 4-year-old son who's yelling at his sister, being mean, and how do you stop him? You yell at him. So no, it's sadly, it's true. A lot of us are facing these situations in home when a lot of us are cooped up right now, ready to start spreading our wings and getting back into a normal routine. But we need to be able to properly handle ourselves in those stressful situations. Any last thoughts, buddy?
Yeah, I love just the prayer suggestion at the end that Sandy wrote for all of us. Ask the Lord to remove everything in your life that would serve as an access point for the demonic. Again, there are some really obvious access points. And there's some also a lot more subtle access points. Most of us are probably dealing with a great deal of stress. And to what are you running to feel empowered, to feel safe, to feel gratification? Where are you running to kind of check out and stick your head in the sand? I would really challenge you to take that before the Lord. Could this be an access point that the evil one really wants to leverage in your life? And could you rather, in these instances, like Gary is sharing, really turn to the Lord in the midst of your stress and your brokenness and look to Him to redeem and restore this time and not to lesser things?
I just loved our moment we had today as a staff. We did some worship time and we were listening to the Leland song, Wait Upon the Lord. And just wait upon the Lord. He will renew your strength.
Yeah.
So in those times of stress, church, look to Jesus.
Amen.
So that's our prayer for you this week. And thanks for tuning in. And if you have any other prayer requests that you need support from us, please check out our prayer request form on our online church page. We are here for you as a staff. We love you, church. See you soon.
Bye.
He's got sock puppets now.
Okay. What's Will I Am and Brittany?
Oh.
Scream and shout, let it all out.
Yep.
Welcome, Anthem, to another daily discussion guide with Pastors Buddy and Gary. Today we are talking about day 2, Saul, and the title that Sandy came up with, which is kind of clever, is How Low Can He Go?
Don't do that.